Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video. Maybe sex on the first date, when to have sex in a relationship. Uh, and let me say at the outset, if you like this video, you probably shouldn't thumbs up or like or subscribe. I guess thumbs up is the same thing. Don't thumbs up or subscribe. Why? Because I cover a vast array of topics, and it's going to be probably several videos before I talk about relationships again, because I want to talk about politics and just movies and other things that interest me. Um, Here's my advice, and look, do your thing. I just feel like a lot of people could use advice, and certainly younger people in their first, very first relationship, or um, I don't know, people in their 20s even. It takes a while, I think, to figure out what works for you. But I would definitely say sex on the first night is a lousy idea, uh, unless you just want to have sex, because that relationship is probably going nowhere. Um, and yes, sex does complicate things for both men and women, no doubt about it. Um, and for the act to be really enjoyable and special and as great as it can be, you have to take some time to get to know each other on a deep level. And so I wrote a book, published a couple years back, called The Evolution of Love. And I would like to really find a career where I can be just a relationship expert, if you will. Why? Because I'm 45 and I've never been married. And because of that, and because I love this subject of relationships and love, I've been with lots of women who I love, right? And one of the concepts, there's a lot of key concepts I talk about in that book, but I think it's really important to differentiate between being in love, right, with the chemical reaction, the infatuation, the excitement, the butterflies, the fireworks, and it is awesome and it's powerful. But let's differentiate that, which can happen instantaneously. You can have that feeling for someone you know literally nothing about. So let's not mistake it as, a sign that you're meant to be together. It's not. Learn that from experience and through just logic and understanding the science of how and why we fall in love. Um, and again, differentiate that from actual love. Um, in the love that you have ideally for your partner, your significant other, your spouse, your romantic partner, the romance, yes, is what makes it different. The kind of love that you have for them, in my opinion, my concept, it should be the same unconditional love that you have for your children, for your best friends, for your family. And you know that when you can say to yourself and to them that I think the world of you. I'm honored to be your friend, to have you in my life. I think the world of you, and no matter how much I enjoy spending time with you and how much I get out of that, I feel like you're part of me. Your happiness, in a way, it supersedes mine. And when you love someone like that, ultimately, that's the test. You want them to be happy and free. And if they are happier spending time with someone else, their girlfriends, their boy, someone else, if you cannot let them go and still love them in that unconditional way, then you don't love them. You still have a selfish concept of the relationship. And I think that's a profound idea that I think will help people have healthier relationships, have more fun. And I think that's one of the, to me, in my life, that's the litmus test of when I know that it's time to have sex. It could take several dates, spending the night together, just talking, getting to know each other, and getting to love them on that level where you just celebrate their existence. I think you're awesome, but I would never, I'd never ask you to stay with me out of loyalty or pity if you're not happy with me. And when you can both express that and honestly feel that in your heart, when you have that kind of love for someone and you have the passion, the romance, then you're going to have kick-ass sex. It's going to be awesome. It'll be fun. You won't have that fear because it can be scary. You know, that emotional roller coaster ride can be scary for people when they don't know where it's going. And sorry, getting sidetracked there. Just lost my train of thought. Bear with me. And okay, here's the other point I want to make. The ultimate conclusion that I have drawn and what I talk about in my book, The Evolution of Love, is I'm sorry, guys. I do not believe in the concept of marriage for anyone. I think it's a bad concept. Because even at that point in the relationship, we've been out for a couple months. We have that intimate, unconditional love. We've got the romance. We're having a great time together. Still, we change over time. We have to be free to change. And as we still going to come to learn things about each other as we spend time together. There can be something that we learn about them. Maybe they become addicted to any kind of substance, or change and become abusive, or they just want to do something else with their life. Maybe you don't agree on starting a family and when and how. Those are all valid reasons to not be together. Here's another concept. Just because we're not right as a partnership for the rest of our lives doesn't mean we have to stop caring about each other. And I care about every woman I've ever been with. I still love them. I wish I had relationships with them now. A lot of them just couldn't deal with that. When the romance was gone or petered out or didn't work out, they moved on. And I get that. I understand that. I guess it's hard, but that's what I wanted. I still care about them and wanted to be part of their life. So I think that kind of wraps up my comments. So again, if you like this video, you probably shouldn't like or subscribe to my channel. I'm too haphazard. It's too crazy. At some point I'll get organized, but I've got too many vast topics I want to talk about, and you're not going to be happy if you just subscribe to my channel. This is more so for, I guess, my close friends and whoever stumbles upon it. Hope that makes sense to you. The book, The Evolution of Love, How a New Paradigm Frees Us from Fear so we can love openly. You got to get past that fear. Fear is going to hold you back to love someone and just in living your life. It's available on Amazon for like 99 cents. Download. I just want to get my name out there. I want a voice in the world. If you can help spread the video through your social media, I'd love you for that. Thank you for watching. Wish you well. Comments. I try and respond to comments or questions that come up. See ya.